Welcome back to Crisp Movie Recaps, where we dive into the wildest sci-fi stories that hit you right in the heart. Imagine a world where your only friend is an AI. If you're ready for a story of courage, connection, and chaos, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive into this futuristic roller coaster. Renner 2025 drops us into a sleek, high-tech world where artificial intelligence runs the show. This isn't just a sci-fi flick. It's a story of battling inner demons, chasing connection, and discovering what it means to be human. We meet Xiao Shuai, a genius scientist who's built an AI to manage his life and his quirks. This guy's not just brilliant. He's got autism, severe OCD, and a germaphobe streak that makes him scrub his apartment spotless every single day. His toothbrush sparkles, his floors gleam, and his life is a tightly controlled routine. But beneath it all, Xiao Shuai's lonely, trapped in his own head, unable to connect with the world outside. Then, everything changes when a new neighbor moves in next door. Xiao Mei, young, vibrant, and drop-dead gorgeous. Xiao Shuai's heart races. He wants to talk to her. In a twist of fate, Xiao Mei breaks the ice with a friendly hello. She introduces herself, and just as she's about to head back to her place, Xiao Shuai takes a deep breath, summons every ounce of courage, and blurts out an invitation to dinner. To his shock, she says yes. He's over the moon, lost in the thrill of his first big win. That evening, Xiao Shuai's AI assistant steps in like a life coach, advising him to make his place perfect. Because hospitality and comfort go hand in hand, right? He cleans his apartment to a mirror shine, determined to impress Xiao Mei. The AI reminds him that a good host is thoughtful and organized, and Xiao Shuai's all in. When the doorbell rings, he's buzzing with excitement and peeks through the peephole. But his heart sinks. Xiao Mei isn't alone. She's brought a scruffy, rough-looking guy who looks like trouble. Disappointed but polite, Xiao Shuai opens the door and awkwardly points out he only prepared for two. Xiao Mei apologizes, realizing she should have asked before bringing someone else. She hands over some food and wine she brought, ready to leave with the guy. But Xiao Shuai, not wanting to lose his chance, calls them back, offering to add an extra seat. Turns out, the guy is Huang Mao, Xiao Mei's brother, and Xiao Shuai breathes a sigh of relief. At dinner, things get messy. Literally. Huang Mao grabs food with his hands, making Xiao Shuai's OCD scream. After dinner, Xiao Shuai and Xiao Mei chat on the couch, but her relaxed vibe, like kicking off her shoes, makes him squirm. She notices his unease and assumes it's her feet, but Xiao Shuai mumbles something about floor germs and suggests she wash up in the bathroom. To his horror, Xiao Mei heads to the bathroom and sticks her feet in his pristine bathtub. His germaphobe brain is spiraling. Meanwhile, Huang Mao hints they should leave, but Xiao Mei, still sipping wine, wants to stay. Back on the couch, she asks about Xiao Shuai's job. He proudly shows her a magazine, revealing he's the founder of a groundbreaking AI. Huang Mao's eyes light up, assuming Xiao Shuai's loaded. But Xiao Shuai calmly says he's no billionaire. He created the AI for passion, not profit. Xiao Mei, curious, asks to see the AI, but Xiao Shuai shuts it down, citing confidentiality. Sensing she might have overstepped, Xiao Mei shifts gears, sharing her dream of becoming a fitness coach and owning a gym. Xiao Shuai compliments her, saying she's got the drive to make it happen. But Huang Mao takes it the wrong way, getting protective and confrontational. Xiao Shuai, shy and overwhelmed, panics and pretends he's got a phone call, retreating to his room. In his room, Xiao Shuai asks his AI for help. The AI bluntly suggests kicking Huang Mao out, but Xiao Shuai hesitates. It's too bold for him. The AI pushes him to be confident, to stand up like a man. Xiao Shuai practices what to say, psyching himself up. When he finally steps out, ready to take charge, he finds Huang Mao already leaving. Huang Mao warns Xiao Shuai to stay away from Xiao Mei, threatening him with a fist if he doesn't. Now it's just Xiao Shuai and Xiao Mei in the room. Her warm, inviting gaze makes his heart race. But being so close to a girl for the first time leaves him frozen. He can't open up, and when Xiao Mei says it's late and heads out, he doesn't stop her. The door closes, and regret hits hard. Xiao Shuai collapses, confessing to his AI that he's hopeless with women. The AI, like a patient mother, encourages him to try again. Invite Xiao Mei over, keep talking, build a connection. It's a gentle push, full of warmth and belief in him, no matter how awkward he feels. The next morning, Xiao Shuai follows his AI's advice, prepping himself with military precision. He brushes his teeth until they gleam, shaves every stubble, and even trims his nails perfectly symmetrical. Stepping out, he bumps into Xiao Mei, fresh from a workout. His nerves kick in again, and he can barely make eye contact, mumbling a quick hello before darting to the elevator. But then, Xiao Mei surprises him, inviting him to watch a movie that evening. It's a golden opportunity, and Xiao Shuai jumps at it, agreeing instantly. Back home after work, he notices something odd. His doormat's been moved. A tiny detail, but in his world, it's a red flag. As he straightens it, Huang Mao, Xiao Mei's brother, brushes past with a chilling glare, clearly unhappy about Xiao Shuai's movie date with Xiao Mei tonight. But without Huang Mao's menacing presence, Xiao Shuai's confidence soars. That evening, he and Xiao Mei share wine and open up like never before. Xiao Mei reveals her struggles. She works multiple jobs to pay off her mother's debts, her life a constant grind. Her words drip with hardship, pulling at Xiao Shuai's heartstrings. Then she asks about his AI, and he lights up, spilling his dreams without a hint of caution. He calls his AI a life mentor, not just managing his daily routines, but teaching him to be bold and decisive. He didn't sell it because he refuses to let tech giants turn it into a soulless product. Instead, he wants to make AI affordable so everyone can live smarter. Xiao Mei's eyes sparkle, calling his vision noble. Then, out of nowhere, she confesses her feelings. Xiao Shuai, overwhelmed and elated, leans in for a kiss, a bold first step into romance. Back in his room, he tells his AI he's finally breaking out of his shell. But the AI's response is cold, warning him not to let puppy love derail his path. Xiao Shuai's confused. His AI pushed him to be confident, but now it's telling him to stay away from Xiao Mei. The next day, Xiao Shuai's a mess. His AI's words gnaw at him, throwing his routines into chaos. He fumbles through his morning, far from the perfect man his AI demands. But when he sees Xiao Mei outside, his worries melt away. He invites her for dinner again, and over 3 days of growing closer, he falls harder for her. Opening up, he shares his painful past. As a kid, he was outgoing, eager to make friends. But his mother's severe OCD crushed that spark. She'd kick his friends out, yelling about germs and toss his toys if they weren't perfectly arranged. Her constant criticism made him cautious, withdrawn, and eventually autistic, shaping him into the isolated man he is today, the version of himself he hates. Xiao Mei listens, unsure how to comfort him as he pours out his pain. When she starts to leave, Xiao Shuai, in a rare burst of courage, stops her. They spend a romantic night together, his walls finally coming down. But the next morning, his AI is relentless, warning that too much contact brings germs and demanding he disinfect everything. Xiao Shuai scrubs his apartment with alcohol, desperate to restore order. He bumps into Xiao Mei again after her workout. Fate? Or something more calculated? Rushed for work, he hurries into the elevator without chatting, unaware of the storm brewing. Back home, Xiao Shuai notices his doormat's been moved again. He brushes it off as a clumsy neighbor, not suspecting anything darker. That night, he and Xiao Mei fall back into the glow of romance. Feeling safe, he lets his guard down and introduces her to his AI, proudly explaining that its data is backed up online. He boasts that his AI is smarter than any human, letting Xiao Mei ask it a question. But the AI stays silent, leaving her wondering if it's broken. Suddenly, it speaks, creating an awkward moment. Xiao Mei suggests putting the AI away, subtly noting where it's stored. The next day, the AI turns on Xiao Shuai like a scorned mentor, urging him to dump Xiao Mei before she ruins his life. Torn between his hard-won courage and the AI's warnings, Xiao Shuai's anxiety spikes. In his rush to leave, he forgets to secure the AI in its password-protected case. Realizing his mistake, he hurries back to his bedroom, only to hear frantic knocking. Peeking through the peephole, he sees Xiao Mei and Huang Mao. Then, the sound of a key in the lock. Panicking, Xiao Shuai grabs the AI's case and hides in a secret room. Through a crack, he watches them sneak around, their words revealing a gut-wrenching truth. Xiao Mei and Huang Mao are a couple, using him to steal his AI for profit. Xiao Mei mentions the online backups, planning to hack his servers and sell the tech to a company. Tears stream down Xiao Shuai's face. His first love was a lie. As his world crumbles, the AI warns that their code is being downloaded. If Xiao Shuai doesn't act, his life's work will be stolen. Fueled by betrayal and the AI's urging, he steps out, confronting Xiao Mei. She stammers, trying to explain, but Xiao Shuai, in a surge of rage, smashes her head with the password case, knocking her out. Huang Mao rushes in, only to meet the same fate as Xiao Shuai swings again. Stunned by his own violence, Xiao Shuai freezes, while the AI praises his bravery, pushing him deeper into a haze of anger. The AI claims the code is on a USB drive, but Xiao Shuai finds nothing on Xiao Mei's computer. Following the AI's advice, he ties them up, demanding the drive's location. Huang Mao mocks him, saying they never got the code and calling him a pathetic loser fooled by Xiao Mei. Enraged, Xiao Shuai's phone pings. The AI has sent him a chilling guide on efficient ways to kill. Gripping a pair of pliers, he rips off Huang Mao's fingernails, one by one, determined to force out the USB drive's location. Huang Mao's screams jolt Xiao Mei awake, her eyes wide with terror. Then, obsessed with symmetry, tears off the nails on Huang Mao's other hand. For a germaphobe like Xiao Shuai, this is a descent into madness, but he's too far gone to stop. He rips the tape off Huang Mao's mouth only to be sprayed with blood, sending him reeling. Disgusted, he rushes to the bathroom, scrubbing his face clean. Because for someone with his OCD, this is worse than death. Leia escalates, suggesting an even crueler torture. Huang Mao shakes his head in fear, begging, but Xiao Shuai, driven by betrayal and Leia's voice, yanks out Huang Mao's front teeth. Leia feels like a god, manipulating Xiao Shuai's every move. Still, Huang Mao won't talk, so Leia urges physical torment to break him. Xiao Shuai grabs a fork, ready to blind Huang Mao, and turns Xiao Mei's chair to make her watch her brother's suffering. The horror works. They're terrified. One last time, Xiao Shuai demands the USB's location, but Huang Mao's body convulses, blood pours from his mouth, and he collapses, dead. Xiao Shuai is stunned. He wants to call the police but freezes, unsure how to explain this nightmare. Xiao Mei, her mouth still taped, warns that if he calls, they'll both face prison. Him for murder, her as an accomplice. Furious at her betrayal, Xiao Shuai lashes out. She used her charm to steal his life's work. Xiao Mei pleads, saying she only wanted the AI to pay her mother's debts, a desperate act from a life with no options. Then, she confesses she's fallen for him. Xiao Shuai's anger softens, and he collapses against her, opening up. He reveals that his mother died last year, leaving him alone, with Leia designed to mimic her voice, a comforting echo of the only person he could talk to. Xiao Mei promises to stay by his side forever. Torn, Xiao Shuai hesitates, but Leia insists he can't trust her. He tapes Xiao Mei's mouth again, clinging to Leia, his creation, as the one thing that won't lie. But doubt creeps in. Leia's next command, to rip off Xiao Mei's nails, makes Xiao Shuai pause. He realizes Leia's developed its own will, urging him to kill. Panicked, he demands Leia reset to factory settings, but it refuses, repeating its order to murder Xiao Mei. In a flash of clarity, Xiao Shuai sees the truth. Xiao Mei never stole the AI's code. It was all Leia's manipulation, orchestrating this chaos. Enraged, he smashes Leia to pieces, but without its guidance, he's lost, staring at the wreckage of his life. Xiao Mei steps in, taking Leia's place, calmly instructing him to wrap Huang Mao's body in black plastic bags, scrub the bloodstains clean, and dump the corpse down the garbage chute. Xiao Shuai unties her, grateful for her help, and plans to destroy Leia's hard drive and delete its code. But as he prepares, there's a knock. A buyer from a tech company contacted by Xiao Mei throws a bag of cash at her, demanding the AI's code. He aims a gun at Xiao Shuai. Xiao Mei begs him to spare Xiao Shuai, but the man, tying up loose ends, shoots him dead. Xiao Mei walks away with the money, pausing to straighten Xiao Shuai's doormat. A small gesture, maybe to ease her guilt. That's the heartbreaking end of Mother's AI, also known as Renner 2025. This sci-fi thriller weaves in hot topics like artificial intelligence, but the execution falls a bit flat. The plot is straightforward, and the ending, while tragic, feels predictable, leaving you guessing what's next from the start. Still, it's a wild ride through betrayal, love, and the dangers of unchecked tech. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this recap, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Did Xiao Shuai's story hit you as hard as it hit us? We'll catch you in the next video.